What's up, gardeners? It's Billy from West Virginia. Late April 2021. Here to talk about one of the most undervalued, disrespected plants in the garden. That would be kale. I know what you're thinking. Billy, you're one of those kale people, aren't you? Well, I wasn't for the longest time until I grew one. And then it was a whole new respect to this plant for more reasons than, just harvesting. But, of course, harvesting is your main goal. I don't like the leaves. Still don't like the leaves. This is blue dwarf. I only grow blue dwarf just so I can seed save and keep this plant growing. Well, if I don't like the taste of the leaves, then why do I keep growing it? Well, I'll tell you why. One is because I was working on having a green thumb, and everything I grew, wasn't impressive. I wasn't excited about any of it. I didn't think I knew how to grow anything until I grew kale. Man, this plant is so hands-off. It doesn't require any fertilization, light watering. It's a drought-tolerant plant, but even more impressively is how cold-tolerant it is. Winter rolled around last year, and I was expecting the plants to die off. They don't die off. They stay green throughout the entire winter. It doesn't matter how cold it got, -10 degrees with a wind chill of -20, foot of snow on the ground. They were still green, still rocking. And then the spring rolls around, ground warms back up. It starts shooting off these flowers in its second year, and they call that bolting. And I've never heard anybody talk about this plant like I'm about to right now. These shoots are the best damn greens there are. I got the sun to my back. They're better than broccoli. They're better than, in my opinion, they're sweet. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's the best damn green I've ever had. And it's off this kale plant. And that's another reason why I grow it, aside from just its hardiness, ease of growing. It stays green year round, so you always have something to look at and feel good about, take some pride in. If you're just starting out gardening, go with the kale. Blue dwarf is what I'm working with. Second year produces these delicious shoots, make you fall in love with kale. I'm telling you, no lie. Even if you don't like greens, you'll probably like these. And then the flowers, once the flowers come out, the stalk, it gets impalatable. It's just chewy and fibrous. It still tastes pretty good, but you can't chew it up. But then all the bees and the butterflies, it turns into a pollinator hotel. It's one of the first things to flower aside from like your fruit trees, dandelions, your common weeds, strawberries, that kind of thing. But I have seen more pollinators on this one plant than I have seen on any butterfly bush, lilac bush, any other plant that I've ever seen. It does not attract pollinators quite like the yellow flowers on the kale plant, which are just so abundant. These will all pop. There's hundreds of flowers on one plant, and the bees love it. So it brings a lot of pollinators to your garden too. So those are some great reasons why you should grow kale. It's easy, doesn't require fertilization. They're pretty drought tolerant. If you're worried about the drought, just mulch around them. You don't have to water them consistently like most people, most plants. It's self-reliant, basically. You can eat the leaves, save some leaves, of course. Don't pull up the plant before winter rolls around. Let it grow through the winter. Second year, you'll get these shoots. You'll find out what I'm talking about. Tell your friends. Kale shoots are the best.